says that you have to feel bad about drowning in debt? A new study showing young adults believe the more in debt they go, the more empowered they feel. Tracy, you say kids are learning this bad behavior from our lawmakers in D.C. who they love to spend money.
And they won't stop anytime soon. And look what they're doing to these kids, right? Let's expand the earned income tax credit so they qualify. Expand food stamps. We have more people on it than ever during the Obama administration. Nobody's embarrassed to file for bankruptcy anymore, Cheryl. There's just no sense of I should do this and take care of myself. $14 trillion in debt. We throw that number around all the time. Nobody seems to care. We're sending an awful message to our young people.
I tell you, this study from Ohio University really surprised me, Jonathan, because these kids, and it's 18 to 25-year-olds that are saying that they feel better about themselves with debt. Where the heck are they getting that from?
I think that's BS, Cheryl, honestly. Maybe they feel better about having a credit card, the ability to take on debt, but self-esteem comes from thinking rationally, thinking objectively long-term. You don't do that by acting, as you alluded to, as our government has, by spending that money now and hoping that, somebody else will pick up the tab down the way. And people feel rational, they feel empowered when they know they're acting in their own self-interest. Running up a big bill with no one to pay for it is not in anyone's self-interest.
Christian, I was looking at, it's been a while since I've been in college, as you all know, and I was looking at these college grads and how much credit card debt that they're carrying. The average is now over $4,000. And then if you look at the student loans that they're getting saddled with, it's $24,000 that you're sitting on in debt. For your
well, in most cases, their student loan debt, that's a useful investment in the future. But if you're looking for someone to blame about this lackadaisical view of running up credit bills, blame credit card companies who'll give a credit card to anybody with a pulse. Regardless of your ability to pay, documented issues of minors receiving credit card offers. It's an unbelievable situation where people who have not worked for the ability to have the privilege of owning and using a credit card are able to get one without any strings attached. If I could finish, Todd, the biggest issue. Todd, if I could finish, the biggest issue that I think government needs to be worried about in terms of sending a message to kids is not raising the debt ceiling, and in other words, spending money that you have no intention of repaying down the road.
Well, but John, I mean, if you go back to how Washington behaves and how frankly, some of these kids' parents probably behave, it's spend, spend, spend. So that doesn't tell me save, save, save.
No, it's very simple. Don't buy a boat. It's that simple. If you can't afford a boat, don't buy one. You can't blame it on the banker. You can't blame it on the credit card company. Don't buy a boat. You want to know why they feel better? They live in houses they can't afford. They drive cars they can't afford. They have toys that they can't afford. They come home, they see all this stuff. They don't have a way to pay for it. That's why they feel so much better living in debt, because they come home and see all these toys and think, boy, they're mine. They're not yours. They're the bank's, and you're going to lose them eventually.
Yeah, but I mean, Tracy, we are sitting on $14 trillion in debt right now. I mean, debt seems to be good in some folks' minds right now.
Yeah, but we throw words around like forgiveness of debt, forgiveness of mortgage loans. You know, you can't help but eventually think maybe my loan will be forgiven too. My neighbor walked away from his home. Maybe that's something I can do someday. We're not sending good signals out.
Yeah, all right. Well, guys, I want to thank Christian Dorsey. It's always great to have you, Christian. Thank you.